Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. We're talking about last night's big NXT match in Lowell. I don't even really know how to say it on it. I don't even really know what state it's in. But last night, the big main event, they had Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor. This has been a main event that they've been running on a lot of house shows ever since Samoa Joe came to NXT. And I know that I saw it when NXT was here in Sacramento. It was a very good match. I think everybody in attendance knew that Finn Balor was going to be retaining the NXT Championship. And I'm sure that I would say 100% of the people that were at the house show last night were thinking that it was just going to be a normal match. Finn Balor would climb up to the top rope, jump off, get his 1-2-3 victory. But instead, Samoa Joe pulls off the huge upset, winning the NXT Championship. And I know that I've been very excited about what's been going down on Monday Night Raw for the past few weeks. I've been talking about it for the past few months, honestly, probably since January, about the upcoming debut of the Balor Club. Of course, that would be Machine Gun Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows coming in. We had that 2 weeks ago, making their debut at the Staples Center, coming in and taking out the Usos, and then I believe on Monday Night Raw, coming down and taking out Roman Reigns. And I think they attacked him on SmackDown, but I'll be 100% honest, I didn't watch SmackDown, so if I heard that wrong, I'm not sure if they did that again. But I know they did come out during the Miz match with AJ Styles to sort of draw a little bit more of attention between AJ being connected with them, and even though we've heard AJ tell Roman himself that they are friends, but he didn't ask them to get involved in the match, and he was going to ask them to stay out of the match because AJ just wants to go out and prove that he's the best guy. With Finn Balor winning at the NXT TakeOver show in Dallas, honestly, right there, I was honestly really confused. Samoa Joe losing his second match, going after the championship on a NXT TakeOver show. He lost the one in England, he lost the one in Dallas. It didn't really make a lot of sense to me that he would lose another one. And as he was walking to the back, I guess it was as the show was either off air or was about to go off the air, Joe stopped and he watched himself on the replay, and then he looked back at Finn, and I thought maybe that he was going to go down there and he was going to attack him, and that's when the Balor Club was going to come out. But they decided to save that for another day and move on from there. But I'm not sure. I mean, it really feels like NXT is done with Finn Balor. Finn Balor is done with NXT. There's really nothing else that they could do. They didn't even do this on television. I know that they did the tapings for the NXT for the last few weeks and a few more. They did those actually at WrestleMania Access as they were leading up to leaving Dallas. So if you went on, I believe, Saturday or on Sunday, you were able to see them taping these shows that they've been showing. And it honestly looks a lot like Full Sail. And on those shows, we saw Samoa Joe beat Apollo Crews, which sort of questions yourself too. Apollo Crews got called up to the main roster. Samoa Joe didn't. Apollo Crews loses his last NXT match. Kind of weird. You'd think that you'd be winning all your matches to get out of the minors in order to get called up to the main roster, but it is what it is. But some people are saying Monday Night Raw, some people are saying at Payback. I really feel at Payback is when we're going to see Finn Balor make his debut with Guns and Gallows. Wouldn't even be surprised if Triple H is involved somehow, where Triple H basically is trying just to take over Monday Night Raw and get power back from Shane McMahon, trying to show the board that Shane doesn't have control over the show. He doesn't have control over the wrestlers. He can't keep everything together, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's the direction they're going. If not, it's just going to be Balor with Gallows and Machine Gun Carl Anderson, probably one of the worst kept secrets that we've had in professional wrestling in the last little while. That's really what I see happening. That's really what I see coming down the pipe, and that's really what I'm looking forward to. So last night's win was a big surprise, but I think that they just got to the point with NXT. They just said that, Finn's too big of a talent. We need to move him up to the main roster, and it'd probably be better for NXT to have somebody else be champion for a little bit, because it's just going to stall them out with him holding the belt, especially if he did make his debut. Him being a babyface there and him being a heel there with the Balor Club would be a little bit confusing. So probably better that they pulled it off this way.